Before the era of Zeus and the Olympians, there was another generation of gods that thrived and ruled over the cosmos. These were the older gods known as the Titans, who were the children of Gaia and Uranus, Mother Earth and Father Sky. If you like this content, consider liking, subscribing and sharing. As I talked in my previous video of primordial gods of Greek mythology, Gaia, the personification of Earth, and Uranus, the personification of the heavens, came together many times, and their union created many powerful beings that will eventually overthrow Uranus himself. It all began when Uranus mated with Gaia, and she gave birth to 12 powerful cosmic entities who were equally divine and attractive, and were unparalleled in strength and power. These were the Titans, 6 males and 6 females. The 6 brothers were Oceanus, Titan of the ocean; Cronus, Titan of mind and intellect; Rhea, Titan of constellations; Hyperion, Titan of heavenly light; Iapetus, Titan of mortality; and Cronus, Titan of time. And the 6 sisters were Rhea, Titaness of sight; Rhea, Titaness of motherhood; Themis, Titaness of divine law and justice; Mnemosyne, Titaness of memory; Phoebe, Titaness of prophecy; and Thetis, Titaness of the seas. Uranus once again united with Gaia, and as Gaia became pregnant, she gave birth to 3 Cyclopes, one-eyed monster with godlike craftsman skills. Those were Argus, Brontes, and Steropes. They had a great role in the Greek cosmology, as they were the one who built Zeus his mighty thunderbolt. But these Cyclopes had one eye, and Uranus was disgusted by the looks of his very own children and forced them down to the deepest pits of Tartarus, the Greek hell, and imprisoned them. Gaia couldn't bear the consequences of her children being imprisoned in Tartarus, but once again Uranus came to her and slept with her, and this union resulted in the birth of 3 hecatonchires named Cottus, Briareus, and Gyges. These were 50-headed and 100-handed monsters, and their appearances too disgusted Uranus, and he imprisoned them in Tartarus. Gaia couldn't bear such torture of her children and grew tired of Uranus' selfishness and evil act. So she forged a powerful weapon, a sickle or scythe made out of celestial metal called the adamantine. This weapon, forged by Gaia, was capable of injuring even an immortal, and she gifted this to the youngest of the Titans, Cronus. Cronus was the Titan of time, and even though he was the youngest, he was the most ambitious of all, and he wishes to dethrone Father Sky. When Uranus was about to mate with Gaia, again Cronus sneaked in and chopped off Uranus' genitals. This castration of Uranus was the symbol of Cronus overthrowing him, as he cannot father any more children. Thus Cronus prevailed, and Uranus fell from his former glory. The blood dripped over from Uranus' wound and fell onto the earth and formed the most terrifying giants, the 3 Erinyes, pairs of furies and vengeance, and the 3 ash nymphs. The genital itself fell into the sea, and from it born the ever-radiant and divinely beautiful Aphrodite, goddess of love. After the defeat of Uranus, Cronus, the Titan of time, took the lead of the universe and made himself the king of all. Now he, with his Titan allies, rose to the domination of the highest power, never seen before, and Cronus sets his throne on the highest peaks of Mount Othrys, from where he will be ruling all. You see, the primordial beings that came first were just abstracts and manifestation of universal concepts. The Titans, however, were beings with physical presence and were extremely powerful and had Cronus as their leader. Although he had defeated his father, he would not free his siblings, the 3 Cyclopes and the 3 hecatonchires. He feared that his powerful and gigantic siblings might be a threat to his authority in future, and despite their deep request, Cronus left them in Tartarus to suffer. He took Rhea, the Titaness of motherhood, as his wife and took dominion over this cosmos. Oceanus, Titan of the ocean, married Thetis, Titaness of the sea, and these 2 ocean deities had many children who would rule the depths of water in the future. And Cronus, the Titan of mind and intellect, married Phoebe, the Titaness of prophecy, as both divinely minded Titans brought forth Leto, the goddess of modesty, and Asteria, the goddess of starry night. But when Cronus tried to have children with Rhea, he faced a serious issue that threatened his very power over the throne of universe. Uranus prophesied, just like Cronus had overthrown his father, a child of Cronus will be overthrowing him as well. This frightened Cronus, as by having children, he risks his dominion over the cosmos. But eventually he fell victim of love and slept with Rhea, which resulted in the birth of 6 divine offsprings, who are the most perfectly figured, divinely beautiful, and will grow into beings with almost limitless power. As first, Cronus and Rhea slept 5 times and gave birth to 5 children one by one. These first 5 children were Demeter, goddess of fertility, Hestia, goddess of the earth, Hera, goddess of women and childbirth, Hades, god of death, and Poseidon, god of the seas. But as Cronus was succumbed to the huge desire of holding his authority and power over the cosmos, he was threatened by the presence of his very children, and he took the extreme measure of swallowing his own children. Every time Cronus and Rhea mated, and Rhea gave birth to a child, every time would Cronus swallow them to ensure the stability of his throne. By this treacherous and evil act, Rhea started to dislike Cronus, and this is justified, as only a mad, power-loving father would eliminate his children. And it is intolerable for Rhea, as every time a child was born, she had to present the child to Cronus, only to be devoured by him. Once again, the 6th time, Cronus and Rhea met at the time of love, which resulted in the 6th and final child of them, Zeus. This is the most powerful of all 6 children of Rhea and Cronus, and was much mightier. By seeing her son Zeus, Rhea couldn't bear the fact that he will be devoured by Cronus, just like the other children. This time Rhea swore to save her child, so she gave birth to Zeus on the island of Crete, and hid him there in a cave away from his father. When Rhea was asked by Cronus to present his baby, Rhea deceived her husband by giving him a rock wrapped in a cloth that looked like a baby. Without noticing, the fearsome Titan swallowed the rock and rejoiced that he has succeeded in his evil plans. Rhea was relieved to save her son Zeus, and Cronus was celebrating his reign over the cosmos. But not for long, as his own son Zeus is destined to overthrow him.